And hello gamers, and welcome to our continued look at Atari arcade games from the 1980s. And we are now looking at Super Breakout. The original Breakout was a game developed by Nolan Bushnell. Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs also had a hand in developing this. He worked on some of the hardware for this arcade game. Super Breakout was an update to this that was developed for the MOS 6502. It is a similar chip to what was used for Sprint 2, the game that we previously played on this list. And it was developed because Nolan Bushnell wanted a updated Breakout game. Now, the original Breakout game used discrete logic. It did not use a microprocessor. It essentially ran on it basically ran on a microcontroller board. It ran on discrete logic, so it didn't need a microprocessor. This one is different. This one required a microprocessor. That's why it used the MOS 6502. And it's a little more advanced version of the original game. This one was ported to all sorts of different consoles and platforms. It was ported to the Apple IIe. It was ported to the Atari 5200. It's been in a number of different Atari compilations. The original Breakout can't be emulated because it runs on discrete logic. It doesn't use a CPU, so it can only be simulated. So whenever you see versions of the original Breakout game, it's a simulated version of it. This particular game will run in the MAME emulator. So you can run, if you can find, a ROM of Super Breakout anywhere, and you have MAME, you can run this game in it. So let's take a look at the gallery here. There's not a whole lot. This basically came in a binder. You can still see the holes here. That has information on the arcade game. Gives some details about what the game does. It has multiplayer support. The controls are paddles. Basically twist paddle controls. I'm using the Steam controller, which emulates paddles. Here is another page from the binder. Would have been sent out to arcades and gaming press to show, all the information about it, its dimensions, how big it is. Here's some screens for the game. There were some different screens here, different modes that were available. Let's get on to the game. I am not super great at this because the paddle is in my the paddles that moves around is actually in my blind spot. Part of it is in my blind spot, so I miss the ball a lot. So see if I can try and get this. Alrighty then. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm controlling two balls. And I lost one. Okay, here we go. Having two pedals helps. It's a very simple game. You just, if you ever played Breakout at all, you can get it on your iPhone, or you can get it on Android. It's available on mobile. I have another ball available. Oh, two more balls. All right, let's see. Oh! Wow. Let's try that again. Looks like there are some balls up there, but I've got to release them. Because I don't use my ball. Paddle is so small. Try one more time. All right, dang it. Okay, so far so good. Come on, come on. Keep it going. Getting faster and faster. Crappers. Come on. Focus on the ball. Shit. One more. Come on. Just barely. And it's not the controls. I'm able to control the pedals very well. It's just this area down here is hard for me to see. Right, one more time. Okay. Come on. One more. Dang it. One more. I said one more. Let's go. Where's the angry video game nerd? We need him. Arg. One more. Arg. One more. Can't seem to keep both balls. Maybe I can... Well... I suck! Yeah... Told you I'm not good at this. Anyway, Super Breakout, where did I see this last at? Well, there's one arcade I did see it at, and that was, again, Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. They don't have that arcade there in the amusement park anymore. I believe I did see this one other time in another arcade. I don't remember where that one was at. It wasn't in Fairlane Town Center. It wasn't the one near Livernois and Michigan Avenue. And it wasn't the one that was on Michigan Avenue near Wyoming either. And it definitely wasn't at Red Baron. Red Baron had mostly new machines. The oldest machine Red Baron had there was Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. So I know I saw this somewhere else other than Cedar Point. I don't remember where I played this before. Paddle controls are actually a lot better. Now the reason why I suck at this game so much is because down here, I'm looking at the screen, down here this is my, because of my vision, down here this is my, this is where some of my blind spots are. My blind spots are in some of these areas around here, around the edge of the screen, so I have to look down. And then I have some blind spots up here, and I can't see where the ball is coming from, and then it comes through fast that, you know, I have only so much time to get my paddle over there to stop it. I do better with more modern games. Depends on the game itself. There are some games where I have trouble seeing what the heck's going on the screen, but for the most part I'm generally okay at games. I don't suck this much. I just really suck at this one for the reasons I've given. Anyway, let's see, what is our next game in the list? What we'll be looking at next time. Oh yes, this is the original. This is the original Tempest. Oh, yeah. Just about every arcade I've ever been in, except for maybe Red Baron, had one of these, had a Tempest. This is an interesting game. Actually, there was a version of this that was made for the Atari Jaguar that is probably one of the best versions of Tempest ever made. Tempest 2000. And the Jaguar version is still the best version of Tempest 2000 ever made. Now, I've had a PC port of Tempest 2000, which was pretty good, but the Atari Jaguar version is superior to that. It can't beat the original. But this one was mega popular in its time, and it's still popular today. There are people that still play this. There are still some people that play this for arcade competitions today. So this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be very interesting to play. Now, I have played this before on here, and I did pretty well with the Steam controller. I wish I had some actual... I'd have to look them up. There are Atari joysticks and paddle controllers for PC that plug into your USB port. I'd have to look those up and see if those would work on here. I doubt it. But the Steam controller works pretty good for paddle controls. This game uses paddle controls. So we will see. This is gonna be one heck of a game. I played this a lot in the arcade. This was definitely at nearly every arcade that I know that I have ever seen. I mean, really, if you're gonna have an arcade, you need to have a Tempest. You need a Tempest cabinet. And I understand these go for quite a bit on eBay. Yeah, this is the game. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a like. And if you liked the contents on this channel, please consider subscribing. Also, Let me know what kind of arcade games are your favorites. What did you play? Did you play any arcade games during the 80s or 90s? What was your favorite game? Let us know in the comments below. Also remember that we have the Gamers Bay community over at Google+. Come over, sign up, and join the conversation there. You can also, let us know on Twitter and Facebook what kind of arcade games that you like. And also, I want to remind everyone that if you have any news stories, any gaming news stories for the next 2 weeks, for the next episode of an Old Gamer Rants, submit them to me via Twitter. My Twitter and Facebook handles are in the description below. Send them to me, #GamerRants. If you have any news stories from this week and next week, when next week comes around, if you see any interesting news stories that you think should be on the show, let me know, and send those to me with #GamerRants. Anyway, I'll see you next time. We'll be playing Tempest, and thanks for watching. See ya.